Welcome back to the channel, guys. Looking at a simple drill, but really helpful in some instances. I had a player fly in the other week, and they were having a tough time hitting it up in the air, and their body was a little bit out of position. So we did a lot of practice swings on the uphill slope here. Really easy way to do it. Just you can find it around a tee box or somewhere, especially if you have a tough time hitting up on the driver. This is a good one. So the idea here is as you transition down, if you're a player that ends up getting too far forward, or you know, you're pushing off your back foot and ends up pushing you ahead of the ball, when you do this drill, you'll really notice that you're hitting the ground quite aggressively. Do it slow at the start, just in case you're like a very steep player and you end up smashing the ground. You don't want to hurt yourself, so just go slow, so then you can progress it from there. And the idea here is we're looking to launch it up in the air. Okay, so we're trying to get for some players that end up this way in the backswing or this way in the downswing. If I can get my body to work up this slope, it really can put me in a good position to hit a little bit flatter shots off the ground, believe it or not. Because if I'm a player that ends up getting forward, usually I'll end up delivering more loft. And when I deliver more loft like that, the ball's going to go up. Where if I can keep my body position a little bit more behind it, it allows me to rotate through the shot, deliver less loft, get more out of my clubs. So it can be helpful in a lot of different areas. So the first step would be if I set in here, set my body with the slope, okay, a little bit, try to just hit some soft ones where I'm still finishing. I'm gonna feel like I have to make sure I move up the slope, extend nice and tall at the end, and just slide up the slope without making too much mark onto the grass. And then as you get more comfortable, you can do that a couple times, you know, you'll feel like you really got to drive up, especially if you're someone that's used to being sort of forward this way. You're going to feel like you really drive up and extend post impact. So if I do another one like that, so I got shoulders with a slope, a little pressure lead foot, move to the trail without shifting off it too much, and then hit some nice high draws. Obviously this is going to encourage a draw. It also can change path, right? So if I was leaning my chest, sometimes that can look like this. If I stay behind it, that can change the club position quite a bit in the way down, so it can be very helpful for that too. The last challenge I'd have is, can you hit it off the upslope without much divot, okay, but also not hit it to the sky? So just work on you know, delivering less loft up the upslope, especially if you're someone that was over active with the hands through the shot. Sort of three different ways to use this, okay? So one would be adjusting the body position so you're not hitting the ground as hard. Two would be helping you get the club in a bit better position coming in if you were too steep. And then three would be controlling the loft on the club without taking a divot. Helps train the hands and where the force is going through the grip through the shot. So three really great ways to use the uphill slope. One of those simple ones that if you really understand why it works, it can be a big tool for you, and you don't need a lot to do it, obviously. Just find an uphill slope around the tee or near the range or near your house somewhere, just to get the sense of moving this way a little bit more versus that way. So I hope that helps. If you need any more help for your game, check out TommyGolf.com.
Bye.